Go.
3, 2.
It didn't go down. It didn't give it at all. That's what
That's weird.
Yeah. That's what I was waiting for.
Must be in the stars. 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 I can't like her, I do. I won't make her buy. Just by looking at you, baby, I know what you like. They say you'll get it up, don't believe the hype. You can be my wife, yeah, waiting on the island. Let's keep it 100, baby. I see me and you popping bottles high like I know you just like the cruise. I fuck with you like you fuck with Monica and shoes. I can never trust that you gon' always pull through. I can't see myself with nobody but you. I can take on your bills while you're working on you. You make a nigga smile through his pants on you. You make a nigga blush, you make my cheeks turn blue. Treat you like the queen, you all I won't forget. How you held a nigga down when I didn't have shit. I can tell you anything, you don't use it against me. You keep that shit, yeah, that's all a nigga need. Rolling up that weed, tell me all your dreams. Let's put that shit in place, make shit reality. And I don't see no other way without you being with me. They tryna surf on our way, the girl we gon' be knowing in the stars. Must be in the stars. Must be in the stars. Must be in the stars.
Going away, I can't love again, I'm struggling. Left my heart up in a cage. Took you back too many times and I always been afraid I'll never be the same. Since they gave my daddy life, I wanna scream and run away. Let's take a flight, let's liberate this Percocet, not feeling right. Try to change and pay the price, I know as soon as they come at night. Trying to find my happy place. I don't wanna take too many drugs to wash the pain away. Girl, you sweet like lemonade, you running late. Who am I to say this not a face, so I'm gonna fade away. Wrap a noose around my neck and send me to the pearly gates. Fighting for your love just like I'm Johnny Cage. I just want the best for you, I guess we just don't see the same. If I had two niggas, it would equal you, baby. If I had two niggas, it would equal you, baby.
Must be in the stars. Must be in the stars. In the stars. If I had two niggas, they don't equal you. No, 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 no. If I had two niggas, they'd speak with you
Hi, welcome to Live Table Talk After Dark. You got your girl Diamond.
You got your boy DJ Black Roth.
You got your girl Tina and Akilah.
And Akilah is here from her company called Charmed Blvd.
Which is the black business of the week. Let's get into the alcohol of the week. The alcohol of the week is none other than Post Vodka. Me out of North Carolina. This shit is dripping.
Yeah, it was in the freezer.
Okay, and we do have a sponsorship from Post.
Right.
So Akilah, what you're gonna do is you're gonna pour it into here, and then it's gonna dispense into the other shot glasses.
All right, while she is doing that, we're going to talk about the event we are actually having on the 9th. If you have not sent your music yet, please send your music. It's Live Table Talk After Dark at gmail.com. It's Live Table Talk Artistry Links. We are having another event next Friday on the 9th. Definitely send your music.
And then you just pass them around like comedian. Okay, this one. Well, not you. Right. Give it to Tina because she don't want to fool me.
Post. It's pretty
it's
smooth.
Post.
Yeah, it's a sneak up though.
Alright.
Toast to Charmed Blvd.
Yeah, you guys toast. I'm gonna have to mix it.
Yeah.
This is smooth.
Give her the juice.
Okay.
Or him
I'm
the juice.
definitely gonna have to mix it.
I'm dead.
She said, "Don't do nothing straight
Everything
up."
is so fancy. This is so cute.
Thank you. All right, so that brings me to our next segment, which is the food taste segment, which is we're not tasting food. What we are doing is the TikTok challenge where you take Kool-Aid and you mix it with lemonade. So we're all going to do that. Akilah's actually tasting one. She's drinking the watermelon mixed with lemonade.
But you
right
can't
now.
tell us what it tastes like.
Yeah, don't tell us what it tastes like
'Cause
yet.
I got watermelon too, so
I'm on.
All right, so I think for everybody got a cup in front of them. Pour
Do you
some
need
out.
ice?
No, it's fine.
Okay, pour some of your juice out and then mix it.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
'cause
all
it's
full.
full.
Right.
So we are taking lemonade and we're
Yeah, so
gonna
you're gonna
add
just pour
Yeah.
some of
What
this.
flavor do you have?
orange.
What flavor you have?
Blue.
I have watermelon.
And this is
I
TikTok.
have
Alright,
it's a TikTok drink.
challenge.
I
So
have
just pour
black
some of your
cherry.
lemonade in your cup so you have space.
Yeah.
And then don't pour the whole
Don't
thing.
pour the whole. Yeah. I seen some people online pour the whole thing. They're like, oh.
Yeah, I can imagine it's sour.
Okay. So then we're gonna put a little bit of.
I guess half.
I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that.
I heard you can dye your hair with Kool-Aid.
Yeah, you
Kool-Aid,
can.
Yeah. We're gonna test that out.
Oh no, you pour it in here, Kiva.
Oh.
Let's just pink lemonade.
Okay.
Yours is watermelon.
It's
I'm
pink
He's
lemonade.
jealous.
I don't know what. Never mind.
Oh well, we got watermelon right there. Mine is black cherry because I'm going to take.
All right, so pour in your cup so we can just
What?
Ooh.
I poured the whole.
You put the whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
You were supposed to hold it.
All right, so we.
That's all right.
Orange. She just definitely gonna take a sip.
Wait, I thought we was gonna pour in the cup so we
shoot.
can.
Yeah, we well, you wanna do these ones?
Yeah, we do those.
Yeah, we're gonna do these.
So we're pouring in the
So
cup
we
so we
all
can
can
all
try
get a
each
taste.
one. So
Oh,
we just gonna.
okay,
But
sure.
you gonna keep yours back though.
Yeah. And you might be able to
You
keep
gonna
yours
get
as well.
back. Pass it. Hold on. Y'all, if y'all wanna try this, definitely try this. It's the lemonade and
For sure.
Kool-Aid. Oh. All right. So
You just pour it in the cup.
we could all try our own. I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass it down.
All right, so
It's gonna be.
hold on.
Straw?
I need some ice for them.
Yeah, give me a cup. Give me a
Yes,
cup.
please.
That junk, it made it hot. All that powder.
She needs something to dilute it.
Just that fast. I forgot I was just.
Just
Dummy,
as
you want
bad.
ice? Dummy, you want ice?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Alright, let's taste this.
Okay.
All right, so who goes first?
Alright.
Well, we ought to go.
Alright.
All right.
Yeah.
Now the blue is popping.
No, we switching. We switching, right?
Oh,
We're
this
gonna
black
be.
cherry is good.
Even though I didn't follow directions, this tastes like a popsicle.
Really?
An orange.
All right, let's pass it down.
Like a cheap popsicle.
A cheap popsicle.
Yeah.
Mine's good. I just think
Like
I
those
did.
orange popsicles you used to get for the corner store.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. All right, pass. That way, Dummy.
Oh.
I was ready to try this orange. I was skeptical about this orange. That black cherry is good.
Yeah. It's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the black cherry is good too.
That's
I know
what.
it's
God damn!
Yeah, hold on.
Woo! This orange one.
That shit hit you up.
So I said it tastes like.
Yeah, it tastes like an orange popsicle.
It's strong.
But it's just strong.
It's strong. It's strong.
It's gonna get your throat.
But
Alright,
we
let's
get.
pass it
I get the point.
The black cherry is a
So
little.
I don't think I want to.
That's yours.
Yeah, I get it.
No, not you,
I'm
Dummy.
sorry.
Oh, he was done.
Okay.
You done?
Yeah. I understand. I don't think that I'll probably.
You done messed up with your orange.
That orange one's wrong.
Can you give me some more ice?
Well, I'm gonna try that myself.
Oh, water.
Water?
No. If no, you might need water.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you wanted to say something.
Ooh, that orange strong. It done outdid everything.
Yeah.
Ooh, who was this? Diamond.
Alright, so. I'm gonna try.
Put
The blue is good. The blue,
Alright.
the blue one is my favorite.
Yeah, the
Can't be
blue is
orange,
my
right?
favorite. And the watermelon's actually good too. Alright, so post of the week.
Oh, give me a minute. Let me get this orange. I don't want to die.
You got water right there?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it first though.
Oh wait, can I have some of your water, please?
That's not water.
I'm gonna just drink some. Just a tiny bit.
It's not water, he said.
No, let her drink it.
Oh, shit. Yes, it is, liar.
Okay, drink it then.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, the orange is a little strong. I don't like orange anything anyway, for real, but it does kind of taste like a cheap popsicle.
The orange messed up my taste buds up.
Yeah, it was strong.
Sheesh.
He looking at her cup like, ugh.
I missed my whole situation.
Where's the pink one at?
Give me the cherry ones back.
What y'all doing?
Alright.
Alright, hold on. Let me get to it. Give me a second. Jeesh.
He gotta get his drink together.
Damn. This thing ain't going nowhere. Still gonna be Facebook post of the week. Alright, this is long as shit. Goddamn. Alright, my son divorced his wife after having mistreated and cheated on her. What? As a result, we ended up cutting him from the will and adding her and my grandbaby. He's losing it on the entire family now. Okay. My son was, this thing's 24? My son, 24, mistreated and eventually cheated on his now ex-wife while she was 3 months postpartum. He is leaving town to go be with the other woman and seemingly has no regrets. Both me and his dad are ashamed seeing how our daughter-in-law is struggling to cope with everything happening in her life. While trying to care for a new baby, we decided to cut him off of the will and put everything we planned to give him towards our daughter-in-law and our grandbaby. My son heard about this arrangement from his sister and is going on a campaign to guilt and shame me and my husband for the decision we've made. Sadly, many family members are taking his side and calling my daughter-in-law now an outsider or not family, saying we're making a mistake that will cost us our son. She is aware of the negativity around her, but she has nowhere else to go. My husband and I took her and the baby in for now. We are getting heat and criticism and it's bothersome and exhausting, but we're standing our ground because we feel like it's only fair to make sure our grandbaby and his mother get a stable life after what my son did to them. This is cat.
For me personally, I wouldn't remove my son and add a wife and a child. I would remove, if anything, remove my son and just add his child. But
Shit.
To the wheel?
yeah.
But I wouldn't remove my son from a will. I mean,
Yeah.
because he cheated.
And he's 24
Right,
years old. This shit is
24
cat,
years old.
dog.
That has nothing to do with anything. I mean,
Yeah.
that's another conversation. But to remove him from the will, I think is ridiculous.
That's nonsense. If I'm going to take care of my grandchild, I'm going to take care of my grandchild. I'm not taking my son off the will because he
Yeah.
cheated. I don't even know this lady like that for real. Come on, let's be serious.
Yeah.
And to put her on the will and take my son off? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, for me, same thing. I wouldn't remove my son off the wheel. I think that's ridiculous as hell to remove your child because at the end, he's young. He has so much learning to do. He's married at a young age, number one. So men and women go through so much at a young age. A lot of people don't even last past a certain amount. So it's like,
This story is cat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This doesn't sound true. Though. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it
This sounds like some stupid shit. Like what?
I mean, for the parents,
This is
I'm like,
clickbaity.
how angry was you? Like, you don't know if your husband cheated because honestly, back in the day, they used to cheat all the time. They still do, but you don't know if your husband.
they still do. That's the
Yeah,
thing. They do. But parents shouldn't get involved.
Right.
You know, parents have to stay in their place, and that's what I would do as a parent.
Yes.
But I would definitely motivate my son to do the right thing.
Right.
I'm gonna tell this to our group. Our group should know this right now. Everybody that sends a story in, it does not mean that it's necessarily 100% true. Some people are great storytellers, and this is a great storytelling experience for me. This is bullshit.
Right. Right.
Alrighty, so
That was millennial news.
That was millennial news. We're getting into millennial news. All right.
and now that it's time for millennial news, the first thing we're going to talk about is Biden removes $10K of student loans from the lower and middle class citizens. How do y'all feel about that?
It's great. It's great, but I'm in debt. Like I'm happy about it, but it didn't make my numbers budge.
It didn't lower my debt to income ratio.
It's not going to make me be able to get approved for anything higher at this point. So you know, thank you Biden, but for people like myself, I'm in that.
I take it as this, like, if they can take all that money and give to all these different countries that's going through shit, why can't he just go ahead and do what he said he was going to do and remove student debt completely?
Altogether. Right. I feel the same.
That's a process, yo. You can't just say, oh, well, I mean, you
It
can run
is a
on,
process.
you can run on whatever you want to run on, but you know how much money that's taking out people's
for
paper?
send Ukraine fucking billions of dollars.
Yeah, but
It just happens.
But
Send
you got to
money.
think about it. Imagine how many people were in billions of dollars of debt in student loans. You got to add all that up for right? So let's say I have student loans, you have student loans, and 30 other people have student loans at $100,000 a piece, right? That's probably, if we keep going, if that slippery slope keeps building, it's probably way more in the billions. Look how much money that those companies will lose if they say, oh, we're just going to cut student loans out. It's not so simple like that. It's not that simple as saying, oh, well, no more student loans or let's erase the debt ratio completely. It would never work like that. America's a business, and you're not going to have no business if you just giving people free rides. The 10K, to me, is kind of like the, what's the shit they gave us for the pandemic, like the stimulus package. That's what it seems like to me. Like, look how much money they spent on the stimulus. I forgot how much they even said the figure was for the stimulus. That was like, what, like, how much do we all get? Like, around $2,400? Well, single people, because when kids got more money. But, like, the average person got, like, $2,400. Look how many billions of dollars that was, and that was just $2,400.
True.
That's true.
Yeah. I agree.
Alright, so the next thing is Mississippi School District brings back corporal punishment, and students will get paddled as last resort.
That's what
As long
corporal
as the-
punishment is?
As long as the parents approve it.
Beat their ass. If the parents approve it, if the parents approve it,
No,
You used to be a teacher.
I wouldn't hit these kids. I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
They hit your ass back.
Yes, they will.
But that's not how we go about things. You can't teach them. We can't do that. We're upset when other people have power. The thing about power is you cannot abuse your power.
Right.
Such as police officers, they should not abuse their power.
Right.
So teachers should never abuse their power.
Yeah.
So
corporal punishment,
corporal
physical punishment, such
punishment
as
is not acceptable.
caning or flogging.
That was Missouri, right?
Mm-hmm. That was Missouri School District.
Shit, I'm sorry. These kids need
I feel like
Would you allow
some of
them
these
to whoop your
kids need
children?
their ass on
First of all, my child
Somebody
wouldn't be
not
in that situation to need their ass beat for real. But some of these kids do. I'm sorry. I'm in that boat looking at them like, yeah.
Yeah, some kids need their ass whooped. I mean, look back in the day, I think my mama said she got paddled.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
so
my
my
mama got
parents.
paddled
Or so
before.
my mom.
Alright, so I just swapped out really quick. So I want to talk about what happened on the school bus with the Tina. Actually, you researched it, so you go ahead and talk about it.
Right.
You don't like telling me to put it on there. Get it in
So
your brain.
basically, what had happened, which a lot of people, I posted it on the social media, my page and the network page.
That's a good segue.
Yeah. Basically, what happened was a man went on to. I'm gonna tell y'all the backstory later because I done got a whole new backstory, which whatever. But basically, a man went onto the bus, elementary school, and was yelling and calling the students bitches, like, "Don't fucking touch my daughter." Da, 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 da. So he was literally on the bus cussing at these students, and a lot of people saying something about. For me, I'm saying something about it also. Let me tell you that story first, before I say what I had to say.
I didn't hear him calling them bitches.
I done got.
Yeah,
He said, but that was the first word he said.
Yeah.
That was
I
the
didn't hear
first
it.
word he said.
Alright, so a father basically got on the bus because his daughter allegedly got jumped by 6 kids, and the reason he jumped
Well,
on the
that's the
bus is
backstory.
because
Well, that's what she's giving.
right, because you dragging it. The reason why he jumped on the bus is because he wanted to protect his daughter. So a lot of people are commenting because he was calling the kids bees and all these things and saying their perspective. Me personally, I wouldn't have jumped on the bus, but I definitely would have went to the school because clearly they go to the same school, and would have asked for a meeting with that child's parent. Because at the end of the day, you can't jump on the bus and call people's kids out of their names, and you got little girls crying and scared.
Why not? He did it.
I mean, but it was elementary.
You can do it, but you're not supposed to. Like,
You're not supposed to do a lot of shit.
You a whole grown ass man cussing out. How do you feel a grown ass man cussing out baby?
You wanna know something?
And the little girl looked like she was damn 5 years old crying.
When I put into the chat, the group, I put not the group chat, but into the actual our page. I said that, you know, in the height of anger, no one's perfect enough to really gauge how angry they're going to be in a moment. So, sure, he got on the bus. That's why I said, do y'all fault the bus driver for letting him on the bus? Because the bus driver didn't have to let him on the bus.
I mean, a lot of parents go to
The
bus with
actual,
their
you
kids,
can pull them doors open with your hands.
Yeah, kind of, but
You really can.
He could have been holding shit stiff too.
And the bus driver also probably did not know that man was about to go and do that on the bus. He probably was like, all right, he
That is true, but he could have got him off the bus a long time ago too, though. But at the same time,
What did they would be tussling?
and
What the
it would
hell?
have to be what it was. But my thing is that, like, I'm sorry, he gave them little kids an episode of Scared Straight. Don't touch my kid. Don't touch my child. Simple as that. On some real
I
shit.
get it. I get that part, but at the same time, it's like you didn't have to go that extreme.
The threatening part
You
is the only thing I
could
agree
have
with.
stuck with the whole calling the little girl bitches and stuff. You could have stuck with the whole, hey, get your mama, get your daddy, what's up?
He said
Because
that.
when I had a problem with my child, I said, get your mom, get your dad. But he went to the extreme, and then when they kept, like, he just kept going. He could have stopped it as that. Get your mom, get your daddy. Let's deal with it.
The only thing I don't agree about in the whole entire thing was just the threatening part. That's the only part I just don't
Sometimes
agree
you
with.
gonna flip the whole, but like
I said, when people angry, like when people are in there, and
Oh, you
you said
I'm
video.
tagging it so you can see it. He literally got on the bus and had a blunt in his hand and everything. He was cussing out the kids.
but when people are in the height of anger, you can't. What can you do? Like, you don't know.
I mean, but you should know how to control yourself with kids.
Some people don't have it all together.
You can say that, but then like you gotta put your child in that situation now too.
Okay, my son been in a situation like that. I didn't say, bitch, fuck you. Like, come on.
That's
Hell
you.
no.
Yeah,
Some people's level of maturity is not all the way there. Alright, so the next thing is, this pisses me off. 2 women are suing George Foreman stating that he raped them back in 1970. Why the fuck are y'all waiting
Statute
till
of
now?
limitations is over, my boy.
Why the fuck are y'all waiting
They
till now?
need to have a law. If you don't speak up within such time,
I got statute
you
of
can't
limitations.
do shit.
Cause like, how are you going to prove that?
Yeah.
Like, are you just old and your retirement check ain't what you thought it was gonna be, so you just want to get some extra money? Like, I'm confused.
They waited for everybody else to get called.
If two popped up today, it's gonna be 20 tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the fucked up part about it. And then it's going to snowball and turn into this whole big thing.
Right.
That's crazy. Well, that was it for Millennial News. Tune in next week. Alright, it's interview time. Alright, so first question. Tell us about yourself, Akilah.
I am 29 years old. I'm originally from New York.
Okay.
I've been here since 2008. We've lived here previously for about 2 years, or about a year and a half, like 2006, I think. But I am just, now I'm an entrepreneur. I originally was a teacher. I was all about teaching and kids and everything. And then recently just changed my career path. And I'm a firm believer of anybody can do anything that you want to do. So that's my motto. That's what I encourage people. That's what people know me by.
What do you teach?
Where did I teach? I taught in Guilford County. I wouldn't say the schools.
No, I said, what did you teach?
Oh, what did I teach? So I taught pre-K. I taught first grade. I taught second grade. And then I went to middle school. I taught 8th grade.
Okay. Tough.
Yeah.
What class was it?
8th grade. So of course, the elementary schools, you teach all subjects.
Oh.
However, for 8th grade, I taught ELA.
Was it English language arts?
Yeah,
Okay.
English language arts.
I was going to ask why you want to sound like
Yeah.
I had to remember because we used to call it Ella.
Yeah. I don't think I never heard of that.
ELA.
How did you come up with your business name?
My best friend and I, we brainstormed. I was trying to figure out the other names that I had, but really it was like I was going on Instagram and seeing that other people had it, and then trying to do something different. Boulevard is something like in New York you have, you just have different Boulevard Street and stuff like that. So I tried to kind of put New York in it. So all of my other businesses end in street or something of that nature.
Right.
Do you have a partner with this business?
I have no partners.
Okay.
I have no partners, so I do this business all by myself.
Okay, cool.
How long have you had a passion for Charms?
I did, and actually, I recently bought Crocs. So the day I had to, I want to say I bought my first, I'm thinking like the first day I did a pop-up, I may have had to purchase Crocs, but I didn't have Crocs or Croc charms before I started selling them. I just found a business, I found it was a business that worked.
Right.
Okay.
So it wasn't necessarily a passion.
I was about to ask you, about what sparked that idea.
Yeah. It was crazy. Like, I'm going to be so real. I was purchasing charms for myself and 3 children at the time. And I found a website and I put them all in a cart. And then at the end of it, I was like, wait a minute. This is how much it costs?
Yeah.
But then I compared the prices to other websites and I was like, well, okay, maybe I could sell it.
Yeah.
And I literally purchased, like, let's just say 140 charms.
So was the shocking price high or low?
The shocking price was low.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it was low because I was looking for I was looking for this M&M charm. And I found it on this website and I was like, hey, people must not know about this website.
Okay, I must say you definitely wasn't on Tiffany or Pandora or something like that.
Yeah, like, I'm like, people don't know about it, so, you know, let me go ahead and purchase a bunch.
Right.
And I did.
Right.
I purchased a bunch and I just
Sold them.
I sold them.
Is your biggest? Oh, sorry.
So for the people that don't know, what's the shock price?
The shock price?
Mm-hmm.
No, because she said that she was shocked
She
when
was
she
shocked.
seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
thought
that's why I said shocking
Oh,
price
yeah.
because, like, all right, like if you were on Tiffany and we were getting charms, they were like $100 a piece.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No, so the charms, right, let's be clear. The charms that I sell are Croc charms for your shoes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, not like
It's like a charm bracelet.
Yeah, not
Oh,
the charm
okay,
bracelet,
gotcha,
the
gotcha.
charms that go on your shoes. Now I call them charms. Okay, and we'll get into that a little later
Okay.
with the
Is your client, is like your biggest clientele nurses?
No.
No.
My biggest clientele are kids.
Oh, cool. Okay.
My biggest clientele are kids.
So,
Yeah.
so they can do them. They can do their shoes themselves. Or like,
Correct.
That's dope.
gotta bring Carly up.
Yeah,
That's dope.
they come in, they know what they like. We do sometimes they go all over the place. And then their parents may come. But really it's everybody. Everybody wears Crocs. We have a lot of girls who come, they've never had Crocs before. I opened the kiosk about I think on Monday. And the lady, she came from Eden, and she was like, you know, I bought my first pair of Crocs. I saw your store two weeks ago, and it's so cute. And she said something that I hate when people say. I hate to say that, but she said, I saw your little shop.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Yeah, I don't like.
I saw your little show, your little podcast.
Your little
no,
podcast. Ain't no, this big.
Big
Big
podcast.
show, big
Big
podcast.
Anybody watching, please, anytime that you speak of anybody's thing, you know, you never say little. It's very, very, very rude.
Dismissive.
But it's very dismissive, you know. But I do appreciate her, and she showed me so much love, and she didn't mean anything by it. But I will say she did come by just for me, all the way from Eden. So that was really, really good.
So, do you sell Crocs?
I do not sell Crocs.
Okay.
And what I sell is shoe charms.
Gotcha.
So you can place these on any shoe. If your preference is Croc, that's okay. If your preference is Simply Southern, if your preference is who else makes that other Steve Madden. So there's so many Walmart. There's so many companies that make these shoes that have holes in it, and you can use my charms. Correct, Yeezy. We have a couple. We have a couple of guys who come in and we kind of do some things with babies.
So are you guys interested? Are you interested in like trying to come up with your own type of shoe? Like maybe like even if you get something like Oso or whatever, put your name on it, and you know you go from there.
So I'm actually working on that now to be released late fall. Just because again, just to kind of keep all my money in house. You know, so you don't have to purchase another shoe. Hey, I'm going to give you another shoe, same quality at a cheaper price.
Right. And you get first charm for it.
Do you ever have people bring their Crocs to you and be like, hey, can you put it on for me?
Yes, you know, so we started doing that. That was our thing. Then people started giving us shoes that they've worn before. So that got a little difficult. So I pretty much told my girls, you know, you don't have to do that. You know, that's not fair. But a lot of times the best idea is that's how we get the customers. Like when they come and they give us all the like we can come up with whatever design we want. Of course, we make the biggest sales then, but it gives us full flexibility, and they always leave so happy.
So we can give you a design, you can put on the charm.
So yes, you guys, and I do offer that, and that's something I want to share. Like to any small business owners, anybody out there, please reach out to me. I am trying to. I have people that I do it for. It can be we could do an NDA where no one will know that it comes from me. I won't ever sell your design, etc. Like you can sell it. And I want to work with people. I want to work with small businesses. I work with all businesses. And if you give me a design, I will create a charm for you. So that is something, and it will not be replicated from any, that is my promise to you.
Right. Do you offer anything else other than charms at your booth?
So, yes. So we have, currently we have jewelry. We have a few bags. When we started, we had hats, we had everything. And, when I started my business, I was so eager to make sure that I made rent and I made payroll, and I didn't fail. So I did something that other business owners probably will look down upon. Is like I tried to capture every market, and it became too much. It was overwhelming. We had hats, we had bags, we had so much. We had scarves. I mean, I had too much. It was overwhelming for me. It was a lot of inventory. But it was just me saying, like, I gotta make sure I make everybody today. So currently, I'm just sitting there.
I seen the bag on your website. I was like, these are cute.
And I'm probably going to, I'll probably like do website only type of things, but definitely not at the kiosk. I would definitely want like a storefront before I begin to add other things.
Okay. What do you feel is the hardest part about being a business owner in a market that is considered tangible?
The hardest part is in business, you're going to teach people two things. You're going to teach them what to do and what not to do subconsciously. Like you're not going to know that person. You're literally teaching somebody to not make the same mistakes as you. And my biggest thing is that I've seen people come out with, and doing what I'm doing. And I don't want to say they're doing better, but I've seen them take some of my ideas and put a twist on their own. And that is the piece that hurts the most, because I'm here, like, I'm putting in effort. They don't know the background story. So I think that's the hardest piece, is that people will imitate and things like that. But that's just the way the world is. We go through that. We go through that. So we're supposed to. It just causes me to just like, okay, no problem. I'm gonna do this next. I just gotta always have something ready.
Step up.
Y'all copy this what we know.
As soon as they copy it, you on to
right. It's good to have a plan like that. Period. All right. So the next question is, what is your favorite charm to wear on your Crocs?
My New York charm. Of course, I do my Yankees. My Yankees charm, and then my I don't want to show my feet. Come to the kiosk. Come to the kiosk. You'll see it.
I'll put it up.
But
I don't think anybody can see your feet.
My black girls been magic.
That's it?
Yeah, black girls.
These are cute. I actually want them.
Yeah, that's my shoe.
Okay, cool.
Oh, those are cute.
So you can do like a log table talk charm and all that?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I asked her.
So can I wear it as a pen though? Like, do I have to wear it as a pen? Okay.
Can I wear it as a pen?
Yeah.
I got some Crocs.
You got some right. Look, I got mine on right now. Need some charms.
Naked Crocs.
They naked as hell.
Where can people find you on social media platforms?
Okay, so Instagram, we're Charmed_Boulevard, and my personal Instagram is hey.Akilah. So, but if you go to our website, charmedblvd.com, it will take you to our social media pages.
All right. Do you have a storefront, or is it just in a mall?
So, so we have Charmed Boulevard. So I was torn. I didn't know which one to choose. So I have Charmed Boulevard in Greensboro, North Carolina Mall. But then I have Charmed Boulevard Junior in
nice.
Virginia.
Is that for the kids?
In Lynchburg. Yeah, it's so we have
That's dope. I didn't know you had.
yes, I have a second one. So that one has charms. Also, that's my kitty store. So I have a lot of kids fidgets. So when you see me at the Greensboro Food Truck Festival and all of those different toys that I had, that is what my Virginia store looks like.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
kiosk looks
My son tried to fight me over that. I forgot what's called. The thing that was hanging. I don't like it because it's.
No,
I watched that part too.
Yeah, and let me tell you, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna tell you,
It's some creepy thing now.
Yeah, I just know that it sells. It
Yeah,
sells
right.
I hate that, but
it does. I bet.
but it's out there. It's funny. It's actually my top seller because I also have an Etsy account.
Oh, okay.
And it's my
Nice.
top seller. Yeah, so I'm pretty much everywhere. I make I have multiple streams. of
Right.
income.
You see
That's
kids
what's up.
everywhere with that one toy.
Yeah.
My son
I don't know
Mom.
what it is.
What's it called?
It's called Huggy Wuggy.
Huggy Wuggy.
Huggy
Exactly.
I gotta
That's
look
what it said.
That creepy looking thing.
Yeah.
It's very creepy looking.
I
I
gotta
don't
look it up. 'Cause I have no
know.
idea what
My
it is.
son wanted so
I don't
bad,
know.
and I was like, "Shut off my shoe."
That's why I don't know.
Oh, how, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that creepy
That little clown thing?
And they was talking about it a while back.
It sounds like everywhere you go, you see somebody with a Huggy Wuggy toy.
Yeah.
This is like a little serial killer.
If y'all want
Yeah,
Huggy
that's
Wuggy,
what
your
it
kids.
What designs do sell the most?
So it's whatever's popular. So as she said, the Huggy Wuggy. But Lilo and Stitch. I mean, anytime, like, and I could say for any business. I mean, I don't know if I'm sharing something that would help you, but you need to know what's coming soon. So like, if you're into clothes, you need to know what sneakers are going to release. In this type of business. For me, I need to know what cartoon is going to release because I need to have it ready for that day that the movie comes out, that those charms are available. If it's football, hey, what 2 football teams are playing that week? Whatever 2 football teams are playing that week, those are going to be my spotlight.
I gotta get the Eagles joint.
Yeah, you have to, we have everything. Biggest thing I always say is, Nikki made me rich. Now, I'm not going to say I'm not rich, but Nikki helped me a lot when it came to when she put those Crocs.
Yeah.
She put those Crocs on.
Everybody was ready.
I mean, we couldn't we was doing 10 for 60. Okay, 10 Croc charms for 60. I mean, and Nikki, she really, that was the best thing she could have ever did, and we were ready.
Do you ever think about like having like a little like checklist maybe on your website, or like, do you like this? Do you like this? Or this to this?
Yeah.
And then that way you can base
of-
the charms off of what they
people.
pick.
Let me tell you, I think of so much. The hardest part is just getting that team.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much that I can do that I don't do, but it's just because I don't have a team.
Yeah.
And I am everything. I am the operations manager. I do inventory. I do everything.
Right.
I have so many roles. I have to speak to vendors. I have to make negotiations. I have to deal with loss prevention. Like, it's just a lot that I deal with every day. I have to keep a poker face, and I do have, I have contracts that I have to fulfill. And there's a lot of behind the scene things that people don't know. So, it's my biggest flaw in my business is advertising. And I wish my website, I want to even do more. That's why I ended up switching over to Etsy, which I'm not trying to promote anything right now other than myself, but I switched over to that platform because they help me find customers. Even though I give them a small percentage, that is why I jack up my prices a little bit more, but it just allows me to find customers and I don't have to do any work.
Would you ever think about doing wholesale charms?
I do.
So, like, what
I
about
have a lot of
Amazon?
girls. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Like, Amazon is, I have an Amazon, I'm all over.
Yeah.
And this is something I'm gonna say for anyone who wants to be on Amazon. You gotta be prepared to, first, you're paying for your stock to be there. Amazon is getting ready to be the new thing. It already is.
Right.
Let me not say that. It already is. But if you are pushing out a lot of product, it's going to work. But let's just say you have an item that's $15. Amazon is you're going to end up walking away with only $6.
Wow, they take that much of it?
They take a lot out. When you are people that have Prime, that means that Amazon has, that means that you have given Amazon all or most of your inventory, and you have to spread it amongst the different regions. Amazon is I could take hours to explain.
I get it.
But,
I get it already.
You have to have inventory, and you have to be able to have enough of it.
Right.
There's codes. There's a lot that has to do with it. They just take too much money from me. I don't work for. I work for a certain amount of money. Right. Now where I am, I could do that, and I'm not ready to. Eventually, I will, but not right now.
How long does it take to get a personalized charm?
It really, honestly, I could do everything within 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. I put some fire to people. You know, I put some fire. I'm getting ready to do a custom set that I'm going to actually release around October 15th. So, and we was on it immediately. I already have my drafts and everything ready.
Okay. So, what are your pros and cons about having a store in a mall?
I won't say anything again. That's my place of business. I can't really speak negatively on that. But I would say that if anybody is interested in being in a mall, any mall it is, like, you still need to know that is just your storefront. Mm-hmm. That is not where you're going to get your mass customers. Like, that should just be where you're keeping your inventory, but you don't need to depend on them to make your sales. Mm-hmm. So you need to find other outlets, because if that's what you do, you'll be closed in a year.
Is advertising easier in the mall?
Advertising it's what you think about. Why you go to the mall? You go to the mall for purpose. I mean, out of 1,000 people that may come in the mall one day, they're only going to have maybe 3 people paying extra to work for. So I have to catch their eye. So what are we going to do to catch their eye? And now, again, I don't work with somebody so I'm expecting my employees to catch the eye of those people.
How do you market yourself and get booked for different events?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, make connection with people who matter. When you don't know a person's name, that's the person that you need to be trying to talk to. That person that you know their name, you see their face, and that chances are they're nobody. You need to see who's behind the events. And you need to make connections with them. And you need to come, when you go to these events, you go on time. You also have enough inventory to last. You have great customer service, and you just be a bright shining star. So that is how I have been able to land some of the things that I'm in right now. Like my biggest event, I'm so excited, as of September 29th through October 10th, don't quote me, but I'll be in the fair. Okay. So that is a really huge event. It's
yes, it is.
So that's really, really huge.
Are you going to be in the Winston Fair?
Yes, the Winston Fair.
Okay.
Yeah, the Winston Fair.
So if you felt like ever quitting or giving up, what motivated you?
I never felt like quitting. I never felt like quitting. I just always would have conversations with my friends and family about, does this make sense? And pretty much it always does.
Okay. What process did you take to get your LLC and your business structure?
My LLC, I literally looked everything up. I had watched TikToks about how to do it. I even went online and just Googled how to do it for free, like how to get an LLC. Now, no, I had to pay for the LLC, but I didn't have to go through anybody. I literally applied myself. And as far as my business structure, I didn't have one. I went out there and I tried. And when I saw that I messed up, I just tried again.
Okay. So I see you stepped away from teaching, and I assume it was to pursue your business full time. What is your biggest fear in regards to that decision? I seen you had made a post in regards to that.
Yeah, it was just like, it's just knowing that I can't impact the kids anymore. Like knowing that I'm not in the schools, because those are my babies. Like, I mean, if I'm in the mall, if they see me, it's still, hey, Miss Alexander, you know, it's never gonna stop. So that's the heartbreaking part.
Right.
But it was time. I couldn't manage everything.
Yeah.
Right. So what process did you take to make that decision?
Really, I had to look at myself in the mirror. I mean, I was killing myself. I mean, I was tired. I was working. I had to deal with school. I had to deal with, I ended up going back to school so I could become a principal. So I was putting hours there. I was putting hours in the school. I was putting hours after school. I was running to the mall in between when the kids were in specials. I mean, I was putting my job on the line. You know, certain times I had to take important phone calls. I was checking emails. So I was so overwhelmed, and I felt like this has to make sense. Like, I'm grinding. I'm doing all of this for what? What's my end goal? So at that point, you know, it was like, it's time to go.
Have your passion always been teaching and being a principal? Being
a teacher. No, it was. I mean, as I grew, when I started college, I didn't go in college to say I would be a teacher. I actually it just came upon me. I became a substitute, and then I ended up going back to school to get my master's in teaching. But that wasn't the original idea.
Okay.
But you know, it's who I am. I've always been. I feel like I'm going to be a teacher forever.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, so like, let's say years down the line, your business is doing like super tremendous. Like, it's doing great now, but let's say you have different other chains, other places, other things you're doing, and you have other people in charge. Like you said that you're the operations manager right now. You get to a point where you can just be the CEO and have an operations manager and everything. Would you go back to teaching?
Yeah, but I would teach people to be like me.
Okay.
Like, I would teach people I would start a mentor program or something, but it won't even be, it'll just be so different.
Like life coach kind of type thing?
Yeah, like I want to teach people how to do what I'm doing. Because what I'm doing is not hard. And like, I didn't give you guys everything, but it's so much that I have and so much information. And I mean, I'm a person that says, like, anything that I want to do, I can do. You know, I could make, you know, I listen to this thing from Steve Harvey. You know, I could make $1 into 10. I could make 10 into 100, 100 into 1,000. And you know, if I needed to make $5,000 tomorrow, I could write it on a piece of paper and tell you how I'm gonna do it, and I bet you I'm gonna make 5,500.
Right.
And it's only because I have studied and I know what works. So now I want to teach people things that I wish that I know before I went to college.
Right.
And that's why and that's what I'm teaching my son.
Gotcha.
And you know, he has an ice cream business, and we're gonna roll out with that. You know, because I have so many different ideas.
So who are your mentors or inspiration?
I have a couple of like friends who are within business right now, so they pretty much like coach me. But I think my inspiration is my bank account.
Gotcha.
You know, like,
the biggest one?
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's a blessing when you look at it, and you can you know, and see where you're going, and be able to wake up and say, okay, hey, I could do this. You know, I'm not teaching. I was living on a budget. You know, even though it may not look like it at one point, but I was still on a budget, and I still am on a budget.
But it's a little bit more flexible.
But it's a little more flexible, and you know what? What makes it all worth it is I could do the things that I want to do.
Gotcha.
And I think that's what's motivating. And
you
I
don't
don't
sacrifice too much anymore.
Correct. I don't want to ever be in a position where I can't do what I want to do, because it's nothing to live for then.
Right.
You know, so.
It's like you just living to work.
Yeah, you just living to work, and I just said I'll never do that. So.
Like it.
All right. So what advice would you give someone wanting to start a business?
Start. Any of you who want to start a business, please just start. Like, don't ever think it's not the right time. If you fail, start another one. Just don't do what you did before. And if you fail again, do it again. Like, keep on going. Charmed Blvd was not my first business. I had many businesses before that, and it failed. I was customizing things. I didn't even have a name for that business. Failed. I teach apparel. You Google it, you'll see what it was. fail. I failed many times, but then I finally got it. So started and personal assistant. Oh my gosh, hello Akilah. That was another business. Fail. But I literally just did something different every single time, and now look where I am. So whatever idea you have, you can do it. Like, go ahead and do it. Don't write out this big master plan. Please don't invest your money in a whole bunch of stuff either. Make it make sense, but you don't think that it has to be this right time or you have to learn this and all of this stuff, because you don't. You'll learn with time.
Okay.
All right. Tell the people where to find you again.
You guys can find me at Charmed _Blvd on Instagram. If you have any questions or if you just want to sit down and chat, you can message my personal page, hey.Akilah on Instagram, on my website, charmedblvd.com.
Alrighty.
That
Well,
was the end of the interview.
now it's time for that good old black. I do this every week, and I always seem shocked when you do it. Time for that good old black excellence segment.
All right, so let me get to it. I'm over there doing a whole bunch of other stuff. All right, so first off, we have a 17-year-old from Washington, D.C. A teen named Christopher Ballinger who becomes the youngest black pilot. What was that? Oh, okay. All right, that's dope.
Alright, so clap it up for him.
17-year-old pilot, Christopher Ballinger. We have a 7-year-old Lily Adelaide.
Adelaide? I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think it's African, like it's like Nigerian.
She
Adelaide.
looks like it.
Adelaide. 7-year-old Adelaide, Lily Adelaide, has her own hair tie line at Walmart. She offers princess shimmer clips, bow ties, scrunchies, plus more. Let's give her a round of applause. And also, let's give a congratulations to Dr. Dominique Merriweather. He made the history to be the youngest principal in history in Atlanta public schools at the age of 30. That's what's up. Akilah's
Sorry.
No, you said you wanted to be a principal.
Yeah, sorry.
Alright, so the next thing is going to be the petition for Tamika Drummer. She is a 47-year-old inmate who has been locked up since she was 36. She got sentenced to life in Mississippi for having less than 2 ounces of weed. So we have the petition pinned to our page. If everyone can just go sign it. So therefore, we can get her out. She needs 500,000 signatures, and she's almost at 400,000.
Okay, that's what's up.
Wow. Alright, so the next thing is going to be the dumbest post rant of the week.
Hey, look ya.
Why you keep doing it?
Because you're the dumbest post of the week. Look at this.
Basically, what it said was, I wish we could choose our baby father.
That's so stupid. That's so stupid. What do you feel? How do you feel about it?
I wish we could choose our baby.
What? How did you not choose your baby father?
Listen, what happens is,
Did you not choose the man you're sleeping with?
yeah, but what happened was, it was intentional to have a baby by him.
But, I mean, you got
It
Plan B,
happened. But everybody doesn't do that.
you got
though.
abortions,
Everybody
you got
doesn't do that.
condoms.
People don't do that.
But you still choose your baby father because you choose not to do the other ways to not have the child.
You can have sex, but honestly, you can have sex for a whole fucking 5 years with one person and never get pregnant.
You chose to be
But
with that
when
nigga.
you have sex out the blue, you get pregnant. I
Did
was
you cheat?
pissed off. Huh?
Did you cheat?
Did I cheat?
Yeah.
No.
I was asking. I don't know.
No. I was
But yeah,
simple.
no, you choose your child's father because you can get a Plan B or abortion.
You just chose this man, period, because
But
you're
if
a
that wasn't possible,
It's possible in North Carolina still.
They trying to
yeah,
they trying to reverse that too.
In North Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Y'all better put them panties on dock.
Y'all better.
I seen it. I seen
Two
it.
times. Cut time, mother.
Snips.
Yeah.
The
The
dudes-
men, y'all should go get fixed first.
No,
We don't need to get all that. Y'all should go get fixed.
Nah.
Now, I'm with that.
Yeah.
I believe
No.
if a man out here
That's
not
not good.
doing right in life, he needs to be fixed. He needs to be fixed.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he he can get multiple women pregnant in 1 year versus a woman, she can only be pregnant, carry one, deliver one baby in that year.
Right. I believe the men should get fixed too, because us women, we have so many complications when we get our tubes tied. Like, we can get pregnant on tubes, we can die. Y'all done.
Yeah, but it's reversible for the women. It's not reversible for the guys.
Good. Y'all the fuck y'all even.
And not always reversible is what I just found out from my doctor.
From women?
Yeah, when you use your tubes tied, it's not always reversible.
I never heard that.
I thought it was always.
I thought it was too, because the doctor was.
It's right there.
The doctor was just like, if you get this done, you can't have children anymore. I'm like, I thought it was reversible. They said not always.
Yeah. Oh damn. I know in the state of Texas, they're not even doing tubes tied no more. You're done. You're fully done.
They say your uterus out?
Yeah. No, I think they burn it or something. Do they burn it? Y'all heard that before?
Y'all heard it. I did hear it.
They burn it.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, that's just dumb.
Please don't say that crazy shit.
Tina, go get some ice, please.
Okay, why are you doing hot topics? We're not dying. You're dying.
Alright, so the first hot topic is, do you believe this generation still believes in for better or worse when it comes to marriage?
I want to take that last.
So, I personally don't think so. Because, people will get divorced for the dumbest things. He don't have a lot of money. Or he might not be giving you she might not be having sex with you like he used to. People get divorced for the smallest things nowadays compared to back in the day. It was more so you just stay married. So I don't think people believe in for better or worse personally, especially in our generation.
Okay, I'm gonna step in right there because I was gonna say the last, but it's fine. I don't think that people believe in for worse because no one's not leaving nobody if it's for better. That's just not happening. I'm not gonna win the lottery tomorrow, win a mega millions, and you be like, "Oh, I'm leaving you." That's not gonna happen.
If
So,
you hadn't given me your money, I would.
but we're married. But we're married, so you're still gonna be along for the ride.
When I get the divorce,
You're gonna get
half.
That's terrible.
If you don't give me none, I'm gonna get some regardless.
Well, I had a prenup signed when I didn't have no money, so. But. But no, for real, I just believe that for worse. I don't know if it's the thing about people believing in for better or for worse. I think that maybe. You shouldn't be able to get. You shouldn't get married. You shouldn't get married if you don't believe in the vows that you're taking. That's what I believe.
I agree. I mean, I'm not married, but I do believe in it. If you don't know what you're getting into, don't do it.
Right. And if you're not willing to accept what you're saying that you're going to accept, then don't do it.
Don't do it.
Because it's the same thing. It's like being perjured. It's like being perjured in court. Like if you go to court and you lie on the Bible, if you stand there and you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and you lie, you perjure yourself. Same thing with marriage. You're basically taking an oath in front of God. If you weren't ready to, for that situation opportunity, then don't say it. That's why I don't believe in marriage, for real. That's why I don't. And I'm not saying I don't believe in marriage because I'm not willing to say that I'm ready for these different steps. At this point in juncture in my life, I'm just not ready to say anything to anybody like that. Because I don't know if I want to say it for myself.
Right. I don't know if people still believe in for better or for worse because I just feel like everybody gives up so easy. Like, even with relationships, people give up easy. It's like, but you should already see, before y'all get married, you should already see if that person is willing to fight for anything.
You should be willing to fight for something if you're going to get married to a person.
If you're not willing to fight, what are we together for? For real.
Yeah, because we're going to have issues.
Not just fight. Fight for the correct
I feel
thing.
like people in this generation marry for certain reasons, though.
Like what? Yeah, elaborate.
Okay, so for example, if that person makes them look good or if that person's popular, they don't want to marry. Status, there we go. Status. People will marry for status, but they really don't have that connection with somebody. Because, for example, the next vow is for sickness or health or something like that in that nature.
In sickness and health.
Okay, so the next vow is that. So say if you marry somebody that's
and
popping,
I lose my leg.
and they lose their leg, you still gotta want to be with them, but that person will be like, oh no, you don't got it like you got it no more, like you had it no more.
Right.
So then they divorce. I feel like a lot of times it's about status right now. It's not really about the perception of really how that person makes you feel internally and externally, and can you actually deal with it.
I can't say it because I don't know too many people that's getting married anymore. I don't know.
I would like to get married. I would like to get married.
I saw more weddings. Like I saw more weddings during COVID.
Yeah.
And I think it's because we were forced. I'm gonna tell you now. Even I work in the mall. My business in the mall. Valentine's Day 2021 was crazy. You couldn't even get anything because there was nothing left.
Wow.
Okay? Valentine's Day 2022, there was balloons,
Everything.
bears, it was everything left. And I think like COVID, and that's why we saw so many COVID weddings. COVID really made people come together, and it made people work it out. But now that there's options to be outside, and you know we're back into what we used to be, nobody's trying anymore. So I truly believe that that's been it.
Maybe we need another COVID.
But no, like for I would like to get married, but like I just don't think that. I think my marriage is more so between me and my partner.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do like paperwork and all that type of stuff. I just don't want to do that.
A lot of people believe that too. They don't want to just do all the paper. We can just jump the broom because honestly, back in the day, they ain't doing none of that.
The government don't gotta get involved in my affairs. You see what I'm trying to say? Like I mean, it looks good though. Like you know, like on certain
So
things.
are you gonna put that person in your will if you don't
Why
get
not?
married?
Why not?
Because that would be the adverse. You know,
If I have children with the person, then yeah.
A lot of people say that you're not entitled to nothing that person has when you're not married to them.
Don't put me in the obituary as a special friend.
So that's all I'm saying.
His companion for 20 years. Yeah, that's hilarious though.
Yeah.
I believe that too. But I don't know. Like, I mean, back in the day, like, I mean, if you want to go back in the day for they didn't really get married. They got married by like jumping the room and shit like that.
Right.
So I believe
So
it's the same.
I have a question for y'all. How long would you date till you feel like, okay, this person is my wife or husband or?
Oh my gosh.
That takes time.
Are
You
you
never
saying
know.
when you're leaving, like the time that you're going to give them to propose to you?
Okay,
Or
you're
what
right.
are you
'Cause that makes
asking?
sense. Because I say you never know. I could be your wife
I would
tomorrow.
say 4 years.
4? That's a whole fucking lot of years to give somebody.
At this age where we are now, you got to know if you're going to marry. You got to know if you're going to marry me within 2 years.
Yeah.
What's the rush though?
No, I'm saying they got to
It's not a
propose by
rush.
4 years.
It's not a rush. I mean, if you,
I mean, it is time.
It is a rush. If we gonna be together
for me,
for females, it's our ticking time clock. Some people don't want to have
But
kids
we
till
might
they
already
get
have
married.
kids.
Some people don't want to have kids till they get married, or don't want to have kids again till they get married.
Some people have kids with people they're not married with.
I feel like some men just know within a year, and a lot of if you ask a lot of men, they would say that shit. A lot of men within a year,
I'm one that's gonna tell you no. That's not true at all.
A lot of men.
That's
I feel
not
like
true.
you're able to know if you're going to spend the rest of your life with me.
I
Do
think
you
2
want to
years,
spend
like
the rest
you
of your
said.
life with me? That's it. You should know that.
Nah.
Within 2 years,
Within
like
2
Sheila
years.
said. You should be able to see every
You should be
person's
able
season.
to-
You should be proposed.
All right, so here's the thing. Here's the thing, though.
You should know
Here's the thing, though. What's the stipulation of these 2 years? Because are we living together in these 2 years?
I don't know.
That's my point. So like, we have to be able to see each
And
other.
it depends on the relationship. You know? It depends
So that's
on
what I'm
the
saying. So 2 years
relationship.
can be
So
an
it's
end all be all for every relationship if it
No.
depends
But
on the
everybody
relationship.
doesn't want to live together until they get married. Too.
But that's not what I'm saying. Is it can't be. You can't put a certain number on it
Okay, I
if
get
all
it.
relationships differ. That makes no
Every
sense.
relationship
Okay,
is
you don't put
different.
a certain number on it, but you do have to have a.
I have
in
a
any
requirement.
situation, you do have to have a bottom line.
Some people have different, like I
But
said
that's
for,
your. All right, so that's
she
your
said
opinion.
too.
Right, I'm not saying right. So I'm not saying that's your opinion. And like it differs. So like that's what I'm saying. I can't say I'm gonna meet this person. We're gonna be together and talk for 2 years. You just say you won't even live with the person, so you don't even know. If
I
you're
don't
gonna,
know. I don't know. I
You
can't
don't
say
even
I
know.
wouldn't. I don't know.
That's a
You
no.
know, it depends on who the
How many
man
years you give a
is.
person.
I say
Honestly, that's what it comes.
The reason
down
why I
to.
say this is because you're ending up. Your vow said that you're giving your life to this person. So 2 years, it's not enough
I mean,
time
but
for you to
men, they get better with age. Women, like our time clock, stuff stops working.
I understand.
Within age. So at a certain age,
Shit,
especially, I mean,
But they got.
they got pills and shit. But like a lot of, you
They're
look
not
at
working.
guys, you see guys that like look
They're not
ugly as shit when they were
plastic
younger,
surgery.
but when they got older, they got fine as hell.
I don't think vagina stopped working.
But
Vaginas
what that had to do? That had nothing to do with nothing about marriage. So I'm
Just
trying
what
to
you
say.
said, y'all got pills.
Here go my bottom line. My bottom line is if you want me to spend my rest of my life with you, I need to spend this time to figure out if I want to spend the rest of my life with you. 2 years ain't enough time for
So
for
then
40.
we spend 4
2 for 40?
years. Okay, so then we spend 4.
Well, she said
or
4.
6.
That's why I said some men.
Boy,
So
my
what
God.
is the cutoff time?
But see, my thing is.
Men answer that question. How
All right, so
long?
I'm trying to answer.
No, I said men. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about on here.
Like-
Answer that question.
So like I said, I'm trying
How
to answer.
long would you date a female to know that that's your wife?
because you never know.
I'm not
And
talking
you
about
date
you.
when men date multiple women at a time because they don't know which one they want to be their wife. We're trying to weed through all the bad seeds or all the bad apples until we can find that person that we say, oh damn, you know what? I'm gonna really take her seriously. You know how long it takes for a guy to settle down and say, yo, I'm gonna take one girl seriously? It takes a while, buddy.
You know how it is for females too.
I'm not saying it don't. I'm not saying it ain't. I'm not saying it ain't.
Especially.
But you can't tell me 2 years. All right, so you gotta give me the whole timeline. You gotta give me the whole timeline. You gotta give me the whole timeline for 2 years. You are talking to this guy for 2 years. You settled down. You serious talking to him now, right? For these 2 years. So are you living with this guy for 2 years?
Maybe not.
No, I'm just asking. I want to know. I want to her. I want to know your friend.
Yeah, we could.
Okay, so you live with this guy for 2 years. Now that changes the story just a little bit slightly, right? Okay, so now do you have children?
Yes.
Okay, and you want to see how he interacts and is around your children and everything like that,
Yes.
right? So how long is that going to take for you? For you to actually see, like, oh, he has a great bond with my child, and you know, he's influencing them.
It is on a man,
but it's a guy that she did. If she's taking him seriously, she wants to marry him, right? Because she said 2 years. So he's on a timeline now. He's on the 2 year timeline for him to propose. That's the point.
But he doesn't. He doesn't even have to interact with my child in order for me to know what kind of man he is as a father. Because I know how to. You can tell based on what people do. You know, does he think about my child? You know, does he, you know, is he respectful to me as a mom? Those are things that I'm going to be watching as we're dating.
But see, I'm just going around the whole entire aspect of everything.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like family and do your family like him and you know.
But
I'm not. But I'm trying to put it. I'm just giving you. But you can't. It is because. But to you, but to him, it might be different. That's what I'm trying to say. So like now, all right, I'm going around your family and your family don't like me. It's kind of weird because I might have all the feelings in the world for you, but I'm not about to propose to you if I'm not even a part of your family. Like you're like if he's real a family.
If he's a family, so it just depends on, and that's why I say, what are in relationships, even within my relationship, like we have bottom lines, we have things that we are going to accept. We talk about these things, and when you come into a relationship, you need to say, okay, what are your top three? You know, you should be able to list trust, loyalty, you know, family, God, everything. You should be able to list all of those 10. You have those 10 words, right? And y'all need to put those in order. And to be honest, prioritize them. You need to have a list. She needs to have a list. And then what happens is if y'all first five are totally off, y'all probably don't need to be together.
Right.
So if you take those things and you say, okay, if y'all realize like, okay, we do have loyalty as number one. If we say that God is first, because you know, and I'm not trying to be spiritual, but I'm just saying, if God is my number one and God is your number 10, are we really
compatible? It's not really
compatible?
Right.
If loyalty is my number one and loyalty is your number 10, how is that going to work?
Right. But see, now you have that timeline to build it up to that. That's the thing, though. So like, it might not be like I'll just use the God for example. God could be number 10 for me right now, and it could be number 1 for you right now, but in a year or so, I might get more spiritual and say, you know what? Something traumatic happened in my life, and now I want to seek God. People get saved all the time. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, but at the same time, it's like what she's saying.
10.
Yeah. I get it.
What she's saying is this: like, if that's your number 10, like, why? If there's so many other people out here, and we're not in the point where we're in love yet, why the fuck am I even gonna try to go through all that?
But you wouldn't get that person. But see, you wouldn't get that person that 2 year timeline from then. That's what I'm trying to say. That's somebody you dating.
She's saying if your 10 things don't match up, if they don't match up at all, if they're not lining up at all, there's no point in putting time into.
I get all that. I understand that. That's called dating. So my question wasn't that. My question was, once you find the person that you dated and you feel as though that's the person you're going to marry, that's when you go from there. That's the timeline. The timeline starts there. Those are 2 years that start there. So that still relates because.
But she's going to do that before she even gets into the 2 years.
No, she's going to do the priority thing. I understand.
Before she gets into 1 month.
I understand that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when she gets to the point of, okay, this is the guy that I want to talk. No, it is because this is her. These are her guidelines and stipulations. The guy doesn't have to have the same guidelines and stipulations. That's the point that I'm trying to make to you. So yes, she can say, okay, I want to marry him. He got 2 years to propose to me. And his mind, he's probably not thinking like that. He's probably thinking like, all right, well, I like her. You know, we didn't prioritize our list. We didn't put this here, this, that, this there. Let's see if I can move on and move forward to see if I can make it work with her. It might take him 3 years for him to say, you know what, this is my wife. But it's too late at that point. No.
Yeah. You gotta have listen. Listen, it is what it is. You gotta have
the next man.
So next dude come along. He got 2 years to wait till. He got 2 more years.
Whatever you decide.
Okay.
If you're lining up with everything right.
Like I can't keep.
If you're lining up with everything that requires
some sort of standard.
I'm just playing the devil's advocate.
No, I know, but I'm just, and it's not. I'm not saying that you don't have standards. I'm saying it's a standard. Like you have to have a standard in dating.
Yeah.
You have to have a bottom line, no matter what. And if you don't, you're not going to. You're going to find yourself consistently settling.
Right.
And you shouldn't settle.
Right.
No, keep it going. Cause I got a question.
All right. So the next question.
No. Keep the same question going. I got a question for it.
I don't know what to say.
Why? Okay. Never mind. So the divorce rate in America is 45%, right?
2022, baby. It's not 2022.
It doesn't matter. That was last year.
2022.
We can't do 22 because we're still in the same year, asshole. What are you talking about?
2022.
We can't do that because we're still in 2022, so they don't have the whole consensus for the whole year.
It went up.
It went up, didn't it?
It went down. It went down. The divorce
Yo,
rate
she's
went
fired.
down.
Fire her.
It went down to 30%.
Because the year's not over, nigga. Like, what you mean?
Okay, but go ahead to your point.
All right, so my whole thing is, all right, let's play 22. It's 44.2%. It's 22.
They didn't explain correctly.
That is my point.
Okay, go ahead to your point.
All right, so by the end of the year, it's going to be higher than last year, correct? Mm-hmm. That means that too many people are rushing into a marriage or rushing into something because they're not ready to do it. So if that's almost half of the population of people that's getting married, dog, I think that it makes sense for y'all both to be ready at the same time. If you're going to be rocking with somebody and you're going to be with that person, then what does it matter if that person proposed to you when you want them to propose to you? If y'all are together and you feel as though, like, you know what, we're going to be together and we're going to see this through. Ring or no ring. You had to give that person that amount of time. You got to give somebody time. You can't just put them on a timeline and say,
so what's your time?
My time is when I'm ready.
Hey, give me 10 years.
So say for example, you dating somebody and it's like year 4 and she proposes to you.
Oh, what the fuck?
And she proposed to me.
Women are proposing to men. I would fucking never.
I would politely decline and say, you know what? I think that's my job to propose to you. And when I reach there, when I get there, and I feel as though that we're solid enough, let's do it. Because, all right.
I'm leaving.
Because you know what's so funny? The reason why y'all want to get married so bad is for the right reasons, but marriage comes with so many wrong reasons. A marriage is a joint venture. It's basically us coming. It's a business. It's a business. Most people used to get married back in the day because of business. Like, think about it in English terms. Oh, the King of Essex and the Queen of Duke, whatever, they get together to merge those families so they can get more money and become bigger together. If me and you are bringing something together and we want to leave a legacy for our children, and you know this is the rank and whatever, you see what I'm trying to say? You own part of it. I own part of it. This is a legacy that we're building for. And now if you decide, because businesses break up every day, if you decide that you want to separate from me, oh well, I want half now because I'm entitled to that and this, that, and the third, legacy is broken. So that's why I feel like people need to actually take the time and figure out the person that they want to be with, actually put the time in, because it shouldn't be no rush if you have forever. If you have a whole entire lifetime to go with that person.
Die tomorrow.
No, that's not. But when you get married,
ain't nobody waiting 7 years.
Most people that are Catholic or Christian or whatever, when you get married, that's your life partner. That's the person you're supposed to be with forever. So forever. So if you get married forever, you can't tell me that I have 2 years to make my decision forever.
I didn't say 2 years.
But then what do you, okay, so, but the thing is that, what if it takes you 5 years? Is that
What's wrong with that?
So let's just say, if it is, but what if it takes you 5 years and the answer is no?
All right, so y'all wasting your time, but you can't look at it like that because you were still with me for this 5 years with me. If you feel as though, if I feel,
you took 5 of my good years.
You know what? And I'm sorry, you got 2 more years to go and find somebody.
That's unfair.
It is unfair. But you can't force somebody to do something.
I got a question on reverse to what you said. So they got 2 years to propose. How long do they have to marry you?
That's a good, because a ring, I don't want to keep me quiet ring either.
Oh, engagement? Engagement for 4 years?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want that.
We want a big wedding, you still wedding, baby. I feel like you should know if you want to marry me within 2 years.
an engagement, you know, it happens. I really would see, you know, when we get engaged, we should be married by the next year or year and a half.
Right.
I mean, however long it
So
takes
he
to
pretty
plan the
much has
wedding.
altogether 3.5 years.
Yeah. I mean, that's just how I see it.
Yeah.
I mean, as we're getting older, we don't need to be doing it. What we doing
Right.
it for? If that's the case, then we need to just be good friends.
Right.
6 people per 1,000.
No,
So
it was strangers back to fucking 22.
I'm not.
It was 5.
20?
It was 5.
It doesn't. That makes it worse. That makes it worse, dummy. Like you keep making yourself dumber. If 6 people per 1,000 were getting married, now 5 people per 1,000 are getting married.
horrible.
Like you're right. You know,
No, the funny thing is,
It's
I
what
feel
she
like
just
the
said,
divorce.
COVID.
Yeah, that's what I say.
but it's 2021. That's 2021. This is past
Yeah,
19.
that's what I'm saying. It was better in 2021 than it is in 2022.
But we don't. That's not true because 2022 is not over.
COVID, divorce and then
2022 is not over. The only thing you can do is like the murder rate. If the murder rate is 500 people got killed last year for the whole year, and then this year that's not over yet, 502 people are dead. It's worse this year because the year's not over.
Alright, so next question. Do you feel that men sacrifice their happiness in relationships more than women?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
I know.
Do you feel that men sacrifice their happiness in relationships or marriage more than women?
Do you feel like men sacrifice their relationships?
Or sacrifice their happiness in relationships or marriage more than women?
Do women
Happy wife, happy life.
or do men sacrifice?
So yes.
Read the question to you.
I mean, I ain't know what the hell you
I
just jumped over.
I think but I think these 2022 men, they coming out strong.
They babies.
They, you know,
The 2022, I'm
these
just joking.
2022 men, they saying they want what
They
they
want,
want.
right.
Like they are, you know, they standing their ground. So
Do you feel men sacrifice their happiness in a relationship or marriage more than women? You know what? Like I said, happy wife, happy life.
I
So,
feel like
yes.
I feel like men sacrifice way more because men have a certain structure, like, oh, I want this, and that, but they die down a lot to please the woman.
Happy
so
wife,
I do
happy
feel
life.
like, yeah, they do definitely.
The saying comes from
die down.
somewhere. So if I have to do whatever I have to do to make you happy,
Oh, it was a post I seen. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna post
then I do
it.
more. I'm
There was a
sacrificing more.
post I seen where somebody said, fuck, he had said, how many, I mean, within the whole day, how many times your man asked you for something? And then they couldn't answer, the woman couldn't answer. And then the then they said, well, how many times did the woman ask the man for something? And it was like multiple things they could name. So it's like men don't really require too much from you other than the simple things. Cook, clean, that's simple shit. Other than the simple things, they don't really require so much. So sacrifice, I feel like men sacrifice way more than us in a relationship.
But they don't. But that's not simple. But those are not simple things.
Especially when you factor in working.
Oh my God, here we go.
Working.
Take it away, Tina.
I'm working 40
But
hours.
You're working 40 hours
Okay,
just
but
like
your
I'm working
job
40
as
hours.
a woman is to do.
Nurture, care, protect it. Well, not protect it because men's protect the rest.
Men is a
But
protector.
you're supposed to work
understand.
as a team.
But
I'm saying
every household is different.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
Every household is different. In my household, my boyfriend, you know, he will fold the clothes. You know, I'll wash them. He'll fold them. He makes the bed. You know, I do all of the cooking, if not most of the cooking. I should say most of the cooking. Like, we help one another. But, you know, I do know that it's no way that I could do it all by myself.
Right.
I won't put you on the spot. How long buddy got? You got it. How many years you got it?
Oh, he already said he gonna marry me.
I'm just saying. I wonder how much time you got left. Like, yo, buddy,
He's
is
gonna marry me. He told me he's
Period.
okay.
But like back in the day, if you want to go back there, the women weren't working then. So like only thing you had to do was cook and clean and take care of the kids. Now you factoring in me working 40 or plus because shit is so high now. Some people working double jobs
Inflation.
or working, you know, multiple jobs or working harder than what they were. So 40 plus hours, coming home, cooking, and then taking care of the kids, making sure the homework's done, fucking cleaning, and then you get literally like an hour to yourself to like decompose. I might be saying it wrong, but
Decompress.
That's the word. Decompress your brain from the busy day, and then you go to
got
sleep. And shut up. go to sleep, and then wake back up and start the whole cycle over again. But then when it's like how you said, where your man helps you,
Right.
then that's really what's really the best part about it. Because if I come home and, like, say for example, I cook and you wash the dishes,
Right.
or
I mean, it
you
should
do
be
the
like that,
homework
though.
with the kids and I give them baths,
Right.
things of that nature.
Right.
If it's like that, then
I mean, 9 times out of 10, if you look at a lot of relationships, they are like that. The men is always stepping up. The relationships that I see, a lot of men are the ones that stepping up and doing extra too. But like even my sister, like her. Anyway, I ain't about to talk about her.
We're gonna say no, never mind.
But me and my sister, her man, if she cooking, you doing the dishes. If you doing this, you doing this, you doing this. So it's like, that's what in the beginning. Before you get into that, that's what if you speak it, you requirements. Then you should be good, but you have to require it beforehand. You have to set that tone beforehand. Hey, this is what I expect. Maybe not 50-50.
Of course not.
But within the household, maybe not 50-50. But everything else.
It was not in the household or in the finances, huh?
Finances.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like both people sacrifice. If it's a good relationship, both people sacrifice their happiness.
I
For
think that
certain things, like, you know, if say for example, my husband is wanting to start a business. What's that damn movie, Acrimony? Where he wanted to do that, so she sacrificed working all them hours just so he could. You know what I'm saying? You got to be that type of partner.
That was
to
a
your
far-fetched
person.
movie.
Not that
It was a
fucking,
movie.
not that many goddamn years. Fuck that.
That was
But
a long time.
you just got to be your
Far-fetched.
man wants to go to school. Go back to school.
Yeah.
Or your woman wants to go back to school, and she might need you to step up more with the housework.
Right.
Or he might need you to step up more with taking more hours at work. You know, you got to be that type of person. Y'all both sacrificing certain things for the bigger end goal.
I mean, I feel like the question was about happiness, though. Like, do men sacrifice?
That is sacrificing your happiness. You're gonna be more tired.
No, I don't think. But just because I'm tired doesn't mean I wasn't happy to do whatever you need me to sacrifice my time to do.
About it, but I'm gonna do it.
So what I'm saying is that, like, let's say you like we was chilling. I'm chilling with my girl, and I'm chilling watching my TV, that show that I want to watch, or playing the game, or whatever you guys be doing. Let's go watch some bullshit. And then you'll get mad at me if I don't want to go watch the bullshit with you.
Right.
But to please you.
But to make you happy, I'm going to just go watch the bullshit with you. I just sacrifice my happiness. That's what I'm just.
I do feel like that though. I agree. I do feel like men sacrifice a lot of happiness. I mean, more than because somebody said to me before, women could do the what's it called? Women can say yes or no to the vagina, but the men can say yes or no to the ring. I mean, to give the woman a ring. So it's like we as women, we put out so much. Yes, I get that. We're gonna be tired because we work, we do this, we do that, we do that. We take care of the kids because we're natural nurturers. But at the same time, for men, it's like they're not those type of people to say.
Every time the lady says that she's tired,
it depends on the man.
Or she
There's
can't.
the men
I
that
just
come
sacrifice
home
my
and just
happiness.
sit there and expect for you to do everything, and then there's the men that come home and that's wanting to help.
That's why I said you set your tone from the beginning before we even date.
Yeah.
This is what I require. And that's what it is.
My biggest quote is the things you accept are the things you regret.
Right.
So if you accept those things in the beginning, don't look to change later. Or know that it will take some time.
Right. Because some men do not change and will not change.
Let's go keep on.
Right.
Do you think women look to men to be their financial plan?
Huh?
Do you think women look to men to be their financial plan?
Yeah.
I mean, usually, yeah.
You know why?
In a relationship,
You know why?
yeah.
Because like y'all want
It
to take
was
everything
trained
back to
that
the
way.
right. Because back
Yeah.
in the day, men brought home the bacon. It's
Right.
changed, but at the same time, women still look for men to provide
Right.
and
Yeah.
protect. So I understand that, but like, I mean, it's a lot of
But
dudes
like,
that use.
financial plans to what aspect?
It's a lot of dudes that use women for their financial.
I mean,
plans
for the
too.
household. Financial plan for the household.
No, I don't think the question.
That's not the question.
Okay.
What's the question?
The financial plan is like, this nigga gotta make 6 figures.
He gotta
and
make
he
a
gotta
certain
do
amount of
this.
money.
Yeah, he gotta be willing to do
Yeah.
all this for me. And he wanna be
We already know what the
interested
financial
in
plan for you is.
Yeah.
It's 2080. I get it. I know that. Well,
I did not say 20.
1090.
2080.
1090?
No.
9010?
I forgot what I said.
It was 90.
But it was a no 2080. I'll give him a little bit more. than
95.5. You don't get this man nothing.
I'll give more than 20. I'll definitely give more than 20.
But yeah, I feel like some women go into it like expecting more than what they can give themselves.
And that's the
Yeah.
problem. Everybody needs to take a step back before you want to jump into relationships or date. You got to figure all this shit out in courtship or in dating.
Yeah.
You gotta listen. We gotta have these conversations because
Right.
I don't know what you expect for me to bring to the table, but I need to know what you're gonna bring to the table as well if we're gonna make this happen. We talk about that. We talk
And
about
that's
other
what
couple
men,
things.
y'all need to see that too. Y'all need to look at the woman y'all sitting here dating and say, does she have her own?
And we
Does she
take
do
these
this by herself?
months,
Does she do this by
and we
herself?
take these
Y'all
months
need
and
to
years,
say shit.
and we take these months and years to determine if you're gonna be your wife or not, and that's how that works. So I can't. I don't know
You
what
always
doing
gotta
too.
bring some shit
It's gonna
back.
come back full circle, baby. We talk about relationships here.
I mean, I get that though. I low key get that because if you're
You gotta
not,
get
you're
it
not
hockey.
doing what you
It is
right.
what it is.
If you're not doing what my as a man, I'm like, if you're not doing what
We're
my
not talking about no goddamn marriage.
bitch, you gotta. But same shit with us. If you're not doing what
It
the
goes
fuck you
vice versa. It goes both
nigga,
ways.
you gotta go.
That's why I said we have to
But
sit
men
down.
but men will date a woman. So men will date a woman who ain't got nothing going for herself.
Mhm. That happens.
But if a woman dates a man who don't have nothing going for themselves, she's looked bad.
No, that's not true. It goes both ways because I've seen it.
No.
Some dudes will use women for their financial plan too. I know dudes that got with girls because they taxes was coming up.
that's
You ain't heard about tax season popping off. You ain't heard about stop. Cuffing season is real.
We're talking about real life.
No, that's just real shit.
That's real, but
I'm done.
that's not.
It's not real. It's real.
That's not something big. We're
I
talking
know
about-
niggas as big as it.
They not marrying those bitches. They just
Yeah,
using them.
exactly.
Like,
But it's
that's
the same.
different.
But it's
I'm
on the same.
talking
It's on the same.
being in relationship
Okay.
because this person makes a certain amount of money or
Right.
is your meal ticket out the door.
Okay.
That's not. That's
And a lot of women look for that. For real. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
and no,
Because
you're
it's the same way
right,
when
you're right.
Recipes Kevin Samuels was saying, all these chicks want a 6-figure man, and they don't have no 6-figure offerings for the 6-figure
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, they wouldn't even know how to control the money.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah.
that is correct. I totally agree with you. And my son is going to be a 6-figure man, and my
Right,
son
right.
will date somebody
Who's worthy and could
Who is
equate.
worthy.
It equates
Yeah.
to what he brings to
and
the table.
even if she
You can't say equates to what she
I
brings.
wouldn't expect-
It doesn't have to be. It has to be the equivalent of some. It doesn't have to
she
be all
just
about
would
money.
have to know
She has to
how
have morals.
It don't
She
have.
has
That's
to
what I'm saying. Don't always have to do about
and
money. It could be with anything. You
Because
could be.
why is money a conversation?
But
why
money
is
is a
it-
conversation because money
Money's
is
the root of all evil.
money is what runs the world. If you ain't got it, we ain't got it. You
That's
told me
right.
the inspiration was your bank account, so you can't.
That's not inspiration.
Well,
That's not inspiration to keep going. But like,
but you ain't gonna stop because of money.
but money has nothing to do with my relationship.
I understand
You
it,
know what
but
I'm
but that's just one aspect of it. If I ask 100 women out here right now if money got something to do with the relationship, yes,
Yes, it has,
because
yeah.
because they
Yeah.
first of all we not doing 50-50. You're not gonna
Yeah.
put 50 down if money had nothing to do with it. The 50-50 conversation would never be a part
But
of
it depends
anything.
on what you're like. What are we doing, or what are the requirements? So in my relationship, because we've been so busy with work recently, we haven't done it. But Friday nights were our date nights, right? And of course, he paid for our date nights, whatever that would be, you know, whatever it was. But my thing is like, do I know his salary? Do I know how much money he's bringing in? No.
No.
And does he know my salary? Does he know how much I'm bringing in? No. Like,
Really?
I don't understand. No.
That seems like a conversation you have to have with
I
somebody
mean,
when you're married. It does.
the
To me,
conversation we literally, like, as we make our plans, like, eventually we are going to have that conversation.
Yeah.
But as we make
that's
our
like years. That's like 1.5
Yeah.
years.
you know, you're talking about when we look to purchase a home or something like that. You know,
It's like
but
1.5
really,
years.
my finances has nothing to do with his, and his has nothing to do with mine.
I get that, but see, that's just one point of view. That's your point of view.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you got all
Because
these
me, I've been looking at
You, but
no, but I always been like that.
There's a lot of women that's like that.
No,
That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
I used to,
because you're a unicorn right now. I'm
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I
I'm looking at the
know.
button like
I am.
it might be.
And I tell people, like, do not, and I say this because, just because he has it, like, don't think that you want to have it. Because
Right.
it'll hurt your feelings.
That's facts.
It'll hurt your feelings
That's facts.
because that does not mean that he's about to shower you
Splurge
with
on you,
this
right,
and do whatever.
right.
Because, and then also understand that if he meets you and he splurges, because that's just his personality.
Right.
It's not because it's you.
Right.
You know, and like, so be careful when you're looking for that dude that's going to take care of you, because eventually it's going to stop. And once a man feels like you need him to survive.
Right.
That's one of the worst things ever.
Let me ask you a question. Because you said earlier, you said that a dude could talk to a girl that ain't got nothing going for her. What does that mean?
Like,
what is a girl that
when a
got nothing
girl-
going for her? What do you mean?
when I
She's
say a
not a
girl,
fan.
No,
yeah.
wait, what you
Oh,
mean?
a girl that doesn't have anything going on is literally like she has no goals. She
Okay.
has nothing. She has nothing. She can't. You know, if you fell today or tomorrow, she can't hold you both up.
Right.
Okay.
You know.
But it has to go a little bit deeper than that, because like, what if I know a guy that was talking to a girl, he had just graduated college, and she just was graduating high school. She didn't really have much going for herself because just the background that she had or whatever, or her upbringing or whatever. Didn't have the money for college, this, that, and the third, but she had plans of actually like doing something, like doing this little business where she was she was modeling and she was like designing clothes or whatever, right?
Right.
So she was getting all that stuff together. The whole entire time they were talking, she didn't have any money because she was, trying to get herself off the ground. And he was actually giving her the money to, invest in her. She turned around and pretty much made it big. Like, y'all know, I'm not gonna say it, but y'all know it. The rude shit. But she basically is actually very famous right now too, and she made a lot of money doing what she's doing, and he helped her do that. But people had that same stigma and negativity towards him in that relationship, like, oh well, she ain't
But she
shit.
had goals. That was something.
I understand.
She
Goals. She had goals, and at a certain age.
But also you said that if anything happened to them at the end of the day, she couldn't pick them up or carry the situation.
No.
But she had a plan.
No, she had a plan.
Right.
No matter, you know that you don't have to have money to pick up a situation. There's many ways to retrieve money. And I'm talking about legally.
Right.
You can go to your bank. You can. I mean, you gotta
Credit
have.
score got to be like something else.
Yeah, no.
To get money?
No.
To get a loan?
No.
Oh.
You don't.
You pay like
You can
50%.
be. No, that's the price that you pay.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's the sacrifice that you make. But all I'm saying is that is she able to? Is she gonna run off? When things get rough?
Gotcha.
But at a certain age, you can date potential. And then when you get to a certain age,
you can't really do the
you
potential
can't
anymore.
do too much
I get
potential. It has to be 20%.
The potential has to be better than what I'm doing, and yet that potential with it. Gotcha.
Yeah, you gotta be.
You gotta meet or match, be kind of, but still have that potential
And
to
you
want to
gotta
do
have,
more.
and you gotta have potential. But I just think it's like when you want somebody to meet where you are, it doesn't have to be like everything doesn't have to be. Oh, if I make $100,000, you gotta make $100,000.
Oh no! I
That
just want somebody to bring something to. All I'm saying is that this conversation to me is about somebody bringing something to the table. So if I have a table and this is what I bring to the table, I bring such and such. You can't just tell me the only thing that you bring to the table is baggage. You see what I'm trying to say?
Correct.
Like you can't tell me, oh, I have a child that brings to the table and that's all I have. Like no. Like you have to have something for me to. Because first of all, I'm not trying to say this to be mean or facetious or anything. You're actually bringing a burden to me because I didn't have that responsibility. So now I have that responsibility. See what I'm trying to say? As well as you. So if you don't have anything to actually kind of match or make, like, all right, say you're a single mother and you're actually doing pretty well for yourself. You have your child, but your child's fed, your child's clothed, your child has a roof over your head. You're coming to my table and you're just making my table better. You see what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Not you coming to my table wanting food or wanting me to feed you, and now I have to actually give you everything from my table and try to bring in more, and it never goes anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think the question goes both ways about do you think women look to men for being their financial plan? Because I really think that women do the same thing for men.
Who do you feel is responsible for relationship issues? The man, the woman, or the parents?
Everybody.
So, like, the reason why the parents is put into that is because, like, some people factor in, like, how their parents did certain things on how they do it. So, like, for example, my parents worked 2 different shifts, so I barely got to see how they interacted as being married. But I watched my sister and her husband. And my sister, she cooked, she took care of the needs. I learned how to cook from her. I learned how to be like somewhat of a wife from watching my sister. So like a lot of people learn how to do certain things, communication, how to handle like bad situations that's coming up from watching their parents. So do you blame that on the person or do you blame that on the parent? Me personally, I blame it on the person because at the end of the day, if you see some shit that your parents did and you do not agree with it and you still become an adult and do the same bullshit, unless you don't know that it's really not wrong, which is you got common sense, you know if some shit is wrong or not. And you don't deal with the trauma from what you watched as a child, and you carry it into your relationship, then that's your problem, not your parents.
I was gonna say, like, because it says who's responsible for issues in a relationship, whoever brings the issues up. Whoever makes it an issue is an issue because they made it an issue.
Right.
Okay, so let's say let's put it like this. Let's say I'm coming home every day, and every time you take a shower, you throw your clothes in the middle of the floor and you keep it there. That's an issue? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, that's an issue. So is that an issue for me or is it an issue for you?
It's an issue for you too because you shouldn't be leaving your damn clothes.
No, it's your issue, period. That's what I'm trying to say because I have a problem with it, but you're doing it. So of course,
okay.
you see what I'm trying to say? So yes, that's an issue.
Yeah.
Like, and if I say something to you about it, then it shouldn't be a problem. Like, you should be like, oh, okay, that's probably not the best thing for me to do.
Right.
You understand? So that's what I'm saying. Like, give a scenario of an issue. Like, if the issue belongs to that person, then it belongs to that person.
Right.
Like, parents,
that's where communication comes along about. You tell that person, hey, I don't
it
like
was
this,
communicated.
so
It was communicated, but it becomes an issue.
And then it also can go back still to the parents because your ass might. You might until you went to high school.
I interpreted.
Listen, let me finish. The person could have until they went to goddamn high school, maybe even college. Because like you work where the college parents be coming the fuck up there and be taking care of them like they babies. Where the fucking person throws their goddamn clothes on the floor. They might have maids or butlers or their parents, and they fucking just used to throwing their shit on the damn floor. But you can't blame that on your parent. I'm not blaming that on the parent. What I'm saying is that that person still has to deal with that stuff within their self to reevaluate what the fuck they were raised like, so they can make it work for their relationship.
When you become a certain age, it's like fuck what the hell the parents.
Right.
But if something is embedded into you until you work on it, you don't, or if somebody brings it to your knowledge, you don't know it's a problem.
That's just one example.
You might not know it's a problem until somebody brings it to your attention.
That's just one example. But how I interpret it, like the parents is like people vent. So I might call my mom, yo, man, guess what this girl did? You feel, or you might call, right, and or you might call your dad, hey, guess what this man's doing, or whatever. So your parents are going to have an opinion because you know that's your child. Goes back to the dude in the bus. It's your child.
That's why
you're going to protect your child. You're going to.
In the Bible, what's the words in the Bible?
Honor our parents.
You become together, live your parents alone out of your shit. You don't say those exact words, but.
It's a contradiction. But
yeah, but at the same time, yeah, it is a contradiction. But no, it says honor your parents. That doesn't mean listen to your parents when you in your marriage or in your relationship or whatever you decide to be in. I'm like, when I feel like for the parents wise, I can't say, oh, because my mom told me, my mom was clean as fuck. There was a point in time in my house, in my life where I was messy as hell. So it was like, I don't think our parents should have anything to, after a certain age, your parents should not have no type of interfere with what you're doing as an adult. All
right, but see, that was one example that I just wanted to incorporate everything. Give an example of an issue that you feel as though might not be the issue that you want to deal with. All right, so what would be an issue? All right, so cheating.
Cheating. Your father might have been a cheater. Your mom.
My father is a cheater, and
but what if it wasn't about you cheating? It was about your partner cheating. That's the issue, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so whose issue is that? Who issues that belong to?
That person.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
I didn't say that's what I'm saying. I don't care about the parent.
Oh no,
just because my parent was a cheater, doesn't mean I gotta be a cheater.
But here's the thing, though. We just read the stupid shit where the dude cheated, and his parents took him out the will to put the girl and the granddaughter in there. That's an issue.
That's his son's issue.
It's an issue. You see what I'm trying to say? So, but that brings it full circle for everybody to be an issue. So who caused the issues for real? The mother, the parents, or the person, or the woman?
The person.
I think it's the person too.
The person.
I think it's the person too because
you should
like whatever
have,
issues
after
you bring.
a certain age, you should have some type of something in your head saying, all right, this is the way I should live. This is the way I should act. This is the way, like, just have some type of something. I don't know.
But like I said, until somebody brings certain things to your attention, you might not realize that they're an issue.
Mm-hmm. It depends on what it is.
That's why I said certain things. I didn't say all.
Like, some people be loud as fuck. They don't know they loud as fuck. Somebody be like, bitch, you loud.
This never mind. I can't believe she said that though.
Right. What do you wish your last one? What do you wish your parents taught you about when you were younger that you've taken a crash course in as an adult?
Credit. So let me stop. But yeah, credit.
Patience.
Huh?
I'm gonna say patience.
Credit.
The reason I'm gonna say patience is because of my dad. Everybody knows my dad. My dad has no patience whatsoever. No patience whatsoever. And the thing about him is just like, you know, I feel like if I would have learned patience from him, it probably would make me a better person because I got mostly everything I got from my dad. So if that was one of the aspects that he actually could have taught me, I probably would have been better for it. And I actually had to learn it myself. So like me actually taking the time to actually learn the patience is like, damn, like I wish I would have just had this growing up because I would be more patient today.
Explain your patience because you said patience, but you said marriage in 10 years.
That's patience.
That ain't.
Yes, it is.
You learned patience.
No. But see, that's rushing in. That's patience.
Yeah, I'm saying
She's killing
patience.
me. She's killing me.
He has patience.
She's killing me. That's patience, Tina. If I want to wait to get married, then
You
yeah.
and your dad don't have
My
patience.
dad don't have patience, but I had to learn it for myself. The question is, what do you think was your parents who taught you before you had to learn?
Oh, okay.
I had to learn patience. I had to learn. My dad is like real temperamental. Like he would like just storm off, or he don't really talk. He don't really sit down to actually hear you out. I'm like that too. I do it all the time. I do it here. I don't care about what you're saying. I'm going to tell you what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying?
So one thing I could say outside of credit, one thing I could say is it's okay to love. My mom never taught me it's okay to love. So I feel like for me,
Affection
I feel like
type love, like show affection.
any type of love, saying I love you, affectionate, any type of love, just love. Period. It's okay to love people and not look at them like they're gonna hurt me or do something evil to me. I feel like that's one thing I wish I would have learned because I would have had different connections with different people if I was. What the fuck is you doing?
So you becoming a unicorn too, because I don't know who this is right here talking about some.
Stop. No, but I really feel like because I start saying the word "I love you" when I had my son because I never said that word because I was never raised to say that word.
But that's unconditional love.
I feel like but I feel like love.
I tell people this all the time. Like when it comes to like your children, I'm like, if you have to discipline your child or say no to your child, it's okay. Your child's always going to love you. They have no other. I know people that got crackhead mothers and fathers that love their mothers and fathers. You feel me? So you saying no to your child is not going to make them love you any less.
But as a single parent that was new to being a motherhood, saying no to a child, and I have one kid. Saying no to a child in the beginning, not now, motherfucker. No. But in the beginning, saying no to him, and he did that. That hurt my heart because I heard no so much. I heard, I'm not coming so much. I heard all that stuff. So it was like when you're a single parent and you was raised a different way. When you say no to a child, that's what I had to learn. My sister used to be like, bitch, say no to him. Stop giving him this shit. No. I had to learn that.
Right.
Yeah.
Your child is not gonna love you less. I guarantee you.
So for me, I wish my parents would have taught me budgeting. And I feel like I'm kind of taking not a crash course, but because I still pay my bills, but I'm taking a course in it because I'm trying to get to a point because I make decent money. I just need to get to a point where
because you have to learn it. You have to learn it yourself.
So I want to get to a point where I'm spending less and retaining more.
Right.
And that's why I said the patience thing. I had to learn it myself. Like I didn't learn from neither one of my parents for like. So when you actually do learn it, it takes you a while. Patience. It takes you a while to actually get it. But if it was instilled in you since young, it would have been something that you could have spent you took your time on doing something else. But that's why it's always good to actually leave a relationship or not be in a relationship because you actually have to find yourself before you can actually embark on something different. Because like it's just I'm driving this back to the marriage thing. My thing, I am though.
Never answer her question.
I am after that, but I'm driving back to the marriage thing because like I said, you have to actually sit down and figure out who you are first before you can even expect or want anything from somebody else or just like think that it's implied because I love you. You feel me? That doesn't make any sense.
I just have to go back to what you said, credit. Yeah, I just wish that in college my credit was so horrible. I mean, like as soon as I turned 18, I'll never forget. I had to go to my job and I needed a red polo shirt. So I went into Express and I got the shirt. They're like, "Do you want to sign up for a credit card?" And I'm like, "Sure."
Like crazy.
Then I remember doing Christmas shopping for my son. I was a young mom, and then I went into Old Navy. They're like, "You want to sign up for a credit card?" "Sure." And I
turn around like 20 credit cards.
You
turn around and a credit card for every store.
I mean, literally, I had a card for every single store, and I wasn't keeping up with the bill, and I was just like, I didn't know. It wasn't until my credit, until I needed my credit, and I looked, and I was like, oh,
shit, they need to teach that shit in school.
Forget
your parents. They need to teach that shit in school. You need to have a credit course in school, like
a whole credit course.
Even with college, even interest rates, what you are, the principles of loans and what you actually have to pay, and they didn't have all that. What APR means, because
But the thing is, even if they teach it, will we really will we ever pay attention?
Send it to make a senior course.
At that age, it's like
senior course.
Yes.
Of course, you had to graduate high school. You had to get this
understand it.
But you're gonna understand it, but you're not really like we live in a moment. Like we're learning. Let's be real. Like we all learned a lesson that we didn't want to learn.
But like you said when we was 18. Like most people was graduating high school like 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
So if you're learning this at 18 years old, you're going to take it into take account to it.
18 is not that old.
It isn't.
It's like I look at these like. Look on campus and you look at these little freshmen, like they're kids. Like,
You're right.
Like I told you, when I started college, I started off with my bachelor's in sports science. I started college doing kinesia. I've had a whole nother plan. It wasn't until my sophomore and my junior year is when I realized I wanted to change into education. But I had to continue that degree.
How many majors did you have before that?
That was I only had one.
Okay.
Because it was cheaper for me to finish my degree and then do lateral entry to get a teaching position versus changing my degree.
Gotcha.
And it's like, that is a tough piece. Like, 18-year-olds it's impossible for you to know who you want to be.
Right,
you haven't even experienced life. You've only worked at McDonald's. And that's why I chose the degree that I chose, because at that point, I had only worked at McDonald's and I worked with children. So that's all I knew. So that's why I chose that, that life.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's fair.
I feel like I'm sorry, I just feel like they should. I mean, even still, I understand what you're saying, like it's not fair or whatever, but at least if someone gained the knowledge, because some people are sponges and they'll soak the shit up and be like, oh, okay, well damn, at least I learned it. Now, for you to actually sit there and have to go through your credit card statements and figure out what the hell's going on, that's a little bit different. You see what I'm saying? So now you got to figure it out for yourself. Like, damn, this is a crash course. Like, damn.
Yeah, but we learned. I mean,
repos.
We learned about a lot of stuff in school. To be honest, that we don't use.
Retain? But that's a life.
The judicial system, we learned about that. We learned about. We did mock trials. We did things that people still like.
But see, I retained all that. I'm sorry, I did. I actually. Well, everyone told me I should have been a lawyer. Everybody told me I should have been a lawyer.
A lot of people did it.
You still should be one.
But see, the thing is that that's why I said. That's why I said there's a difference between people in their minds. Like that's why I said I retained a lot of information. I retained a lot of stuff. So maybe it might not work for you. It might not work for the next person. But somebody is going to benefit from it.
It'll be nice to have. I would say that it'll be nice to have. But we need more life skill courses.
Yeah,
facts. That's facts. I think most of the electives should be life skill shits. Like you know. Like I remember.
Don't even have home ec. Like they don't even have home ec no more.
I don't know. I had a life class.
You know what that is? Where they teach you how to cook and stuff like that.
I never had that.
I was saying they don't have that no more, but you should know what it is.
I never had it. How would I never had it. How would I know what it is?
I remember they used to have a.
When did they have that?
In a lot of movies.
Have a baby.
Yeah, they had that at Dudley. Do they still have that?
They didn't have that my year.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm tripping. I had a life class. I had a life class.
What year you graduated?
2010. She graduated with me.
I had a life class.
Caprice was in the baby class. She had.
I know we didn't have a baby.
Was it a baby class?
Yeah, where you get like a little doll.
I see my sister
I thought it was like
baby.
all the pregnant girls. I'm
like,
what?
And then like, you could do that, which is that what you can. Our high school basically prepared you to have like some type of like job when you got out. A lot of people didn't do it. I didn't do it. So like mine was the class where you could get your CNA.
Feminism got rid of the baby courses. I'm sorry, it had to. It had to. That sounds like the
It
most
was- I'm about to
misogynistic
tell
shit
you all
ever.
the different ones.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So there was the CNA course.
Okay.
Then there was the early childhood development where you could do like a
That's what Caprice
like
did.
working a daycare.
Yeah.
Then there was the technology that was for the guys. There wasn't another.
That's even
one.
misogynist shit
I was
too.
in technology.
See,
I
the
did
guys.
technology.
Man, you could do whatever you wanted to, but I'm saying like they had to offer something for guys.
Yeah.
It'd have been nice if they had like barbering too. That would have been.
No, I was in in small business.
Oh yeah, they had small. That was the
that's
other
what I
one,
was
small
in.
business.
That's
It was
small
4
business,
different
too.
ones. I hope Dudley still does that because that's really dope.
Yeah. We all
but-
cheated on each other. We all cheated on each other. Everybody got an A though.
Terrible.
But yeah, I did the CNA one.
Yeah, I had small business entrepreneurship and I had a life class. But I don't think that we were taught all of everything that you really need to learn in life. But you know, if they implemented, all right. Here's the thing about the school system for a while. I'm from Philadelphia, and the school system in Philadelphia wasn't the greatest. Like we be in 5th grade on like 3rd grade shit. You see what I'm trying to say? It was never really updated. It was never really
Well, I thought y'all was high.
We are, but we aren't. We are, but we aren't. We are, but we aren't. The reason why it seems higher is because North Carolina has electives and we really didn't. Our electives was either another math or another English. So it's how y'all had like different classes. Like, I learned that when I came down here because I had like art, I had gym, I had health, I had the small business entrepreneurship. I had a different language class. Philadelphia, you get another English or another math. That's it. So you progress faster because you need English and math in the world in America, period.
Right.
So you think about it. I look at it like this. If we had those classes that we needed to succeed in life, for me at a younger age, it would actually help me out better today than it would have helped me out for me actually had to sit down and gather all the information myself and learn it myself.
Yeah. Well, Akilah, tell the people where to find you again.
CharmedBlvd.com or you can do Charmed_Boulevard on Instagram.
Alright, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Tell them about the joint again.
Alright, so actually September the 9th, definitely tune in with us on my page and Live Table Talk page. We are actually having artistry links again on September 9th. If you have not yet sent in your music, definitely send in your music at livetabletalkafterdark@gmail.com. And if you can hit either one of us up to send you the link and everything. I do have it posted on my page and the podcast page, and on Calvin page, and on Diamond page. It's on everybody's page. So definitely hit us up. And also, if you are looking to be a part of our cast for, it's a temporary time, definitely hit us up. If you want to be
October to December.
Yeah, October to December. If you are looking to be a part of our host, you can be a little co-host with us, right? You can be sitting next to me.
Special guest host.
Special guest host. You can sit next to me. We'll have fun.
Yeah, we want to get people.
But if you are looking to be a special guest host with us, definitely hit us up. Also, you can hit either one of us up, or
hit the email. We prefer you to hit the email.
We prefer you guys to hit the email.
Live Table Talk After Dark at gmail.com.
Oh, and before he does play the music, this is going to be our last show until October. When we come back, we're going to have a whole new setup in a whole new area, a whole new building, everything.
Besides the artistry links.
Besides artistry links.
Yeah.
But this is the
September
last
9th.
live show. We saved the best for last for the month.
Charmed Boulevard. I wish you get some charms again.
We are not leaving, guys. We still going to be up posting. We just doing a whole
the group's still going to be popping.
Yeah, we still going to be popping. We might pull up on some of y'all motherfuckers. But other than that, see you guys in October.
Appreciate y'all, yeah.
That you come on when you wanna creep through the night. But it ain't right. But you know I'm with it. Waiting, sending emojis. Trusting and talking and call. That's how it go. I'll never fall. I'm not kissing to no. You got a man at home, but you're still read my line. Read my line. You know them vibes. You know them vibes. You know them vibes. You got a man at home, but you still read my line. Go read my line. Cause you know them vibes. You know them vibes. You know them vibes. Girl, you know the vibes, and I can't lie, I would be lying if I done take your girl down on the nigga. Your body's a picture, you a figure, yeah. And I can stare at you all night. I can please you all night. Pay off your tuition. It's my decision, get no collision. My pocket's fatter than a Twinkie, yeah. And this is why we're swinging. You keep me this reeling. We don't do no feelings. We just hide the feelings. I told you for this. That's how it go. I'll never fall. I know know them vibes, you know them vibes, yeah, yeah. You know them vibes, yeah, yeah. You know them vibes, oh, you know them vibes, yeah. You know them vibes, yeah, yeah. You know them vibes.